What good is healthcare technology if it doesn't reach the point of care? Today, hospitals are struggling with the ability to integrate biomedical devices, the ability to drive collaboration between their physicians, and the ability to really improve the overall effectiveness of patient care.
Well, the voice user interface practically augments the existing graphical user interfaces, and it gives the ability to physicians to be really hands-free with a headset which has a wireless earpiece. They can be anywhere, not only in the premises of the hospital around the patients, but they can be on the way, in the car, at home, and without having the need to interact manually with the device. There are many limitations on the graphical user interface which Todd mentioned, and the voice user interface allows you to drop in any place of the distributed data set of records that the hospital has and pull out data immediately, and also you can push data. In essence, it's a voice approach to solving the CPOE problem.
As a doctor would interact with a nurse, excuse me nurse, I'd like information about this patient in this room. The doctor can now do that using nothing more than a Cisco phone in their own voice. And again, reciting that information back from the electronic medical record and posting that information on the phone so they hear it and they see it. And then they can interact with that data by creating rules and different type of orders.
If we consider, for example, the workflow today for a nurse in a nurse call system, is typically a patient presses the nurse call button, that alert goes to the nurse call station and central station. The nurse there then begins to page overhead what's going on, asking for a nurse to go to room 201 to take care of a patient need. That page continues to go off until that patient care is met. And the patient never knows, okay, are they coming to see me? When are they coming to see me? How important is this? With the Nurse Connect solution, the alert goes directly to the phone, and the nurse is able to act on it directly. So she's able to call the patient back directly, let the patient know, hey, I'm on my way, or I'll be there with you shortly.
Benefit for nurses, he doesn't have to walk around as much. Cutting down, they walk 3 to 5 miles a day. They can cut that easily in half by getting alerts to the phone. They can call back and talk to the patient and understand what does the patient need before I actually go to the room. With video as well as part of this, we can look and take a picture and a snapshot and display that on the phone to see, is the patient in the bed still or are they on the floor? What am I walking into before I actually get there? So getting information out to the nurse before he or she has to get to the room. The patient is happy because somebody's responding to them right away. They're not waiting for an overhead page or constantly pushing the button. When they push the Nurse Connect button, they're talking right away to a nurse about questions. When is the next round of doctors coming through? Can you bring me some ice? Anything that, very simple rote questions to, I need to have my pain meds adjusted. And the nurse then can either reassign that request, send it off to another nurse or a patient care technician, all by using the phone as an interactive tool, as opposed to going to the patient room, reassigning it, sending out another request for another aide or nurse to come back to the room. So making the nurse's life a lot more productive, making the patient feel a lot more satisfied and happy in that they were able to talk to the nurse right away and get an answer to whatever their questions might have been.
By providing a customer with an application whereby they can now take control of their data, they can manage their data in a standards-based format, they can assure that their data can be accessed across all of these different types of devices, that we really allow the customer now to control their own destiny relative to which applications they're going to use in the future, which PACS applications are going to tie in to access and view this content, which network devices they're going to use to optimize and secure the content, which storage platforms they're going to use for long-term management of the data. So from a core business benefit perspective, it's really about ownership of your data rather than being locked into what the vendors might be providing you from an entire solution. We're providing virtualization and flexibility around which solutions the customers actually choose.
What's the best thing to really improve the patient experience? How do we make our physicians and nurses allow them to have better information and to spend more time with the patients? Those are our goals.
As you can see, we have a lot of solutions that are focused on improving clinical workflow. To learn more, visit Partner Central and the Industry Solutions pages.